But you are number one hater, Louis. Anyway, you're a hater, dog.
Louis,
Why are you hating?
Nah, I'm not hating.
Nah, dog. Cameras rolling, cameras rolling, cameras rolling, cameras rolling. Bad action.
Away.
What is happening, beautiful people? Ikamalam Usipili, and welcome to another episode of Writings on the Wall podcast. I ain't alone, as you know.
Yep. There's me.
Who's you?
Man, people know me.
Dog, you can't say that.
People know who I am.
There's gonna be a new viewer.
People know who I am.
There's gonna be a new viewer.
Yeah, that's why there's the things at the bottom.
I'm gonna scrap that. I'm gonna scrap those.
New viewers, read at the bottom there.
What the name?
Read at the bottom there. What the name? There's juicy topics, dog. We can't be every day
Stuck on the intros.
ID. Every day ID.
Maybe 500 episodes in, we can be like,
still these people.
introduce.
We don't know their names. Come on, now.
You hating on me?
Nah. That's good.
How's it going, Maji?
No, man. What is it today? Monday? Nah, pretty chill. I mean, I think the weekend was more proper,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just chilling, going out, Nice things, man. Nice things.
What'd you get up to?
This weekend?
Yeah.
What did I see? What did I do? No, there was just like a few people over.
Okay.
I mean, not few people, just one person. Hey, few people, what do you mean?
Okay.
Just chilling with the one person,
Well rested.
Yeah, well rested, going out, like waffles. When last did you have waffles, my G?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I had waffles maybe 2-3 weeks ago.
Okay. You're living nice then.
No, I guess I was on leave.
Oh, yeah.
The lady went there to Rocos.
I see. Yeah, so that today's been also chilled. I haven't done like lots.
Much.
Yeah, but I did wake up today and just like grind in the morning. Chow that report. And now it's like gotta restart. Scrap. But other than that, pretty chilled. But
Easy.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Side.
Yeah?
Your side?
Nah, I had church Saturday.
Today?
Nah, Saturday.
Oh.
I had church, dog, from the morning until...
Saturday?
Yeah. I talk about almost, my life. So I church thing from the morning until like maybe just before. I think I got back home around 4.
Okay.
Yeah, so
that's nice though.
I was there from like I left the house 9:30. So I was there, came back, chilled, watched some series, some movies, relaxed.
Yep.
Feeling refreshed now.
Easy then.
Let's get it, Mathieu. What are we talking about today? What you got today? What we got?
Nah. So like, I mean, I did talk about it, right? But like, and I mean, I also like with you.
With me?
No, like I remember there was that time where you were not on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
So it's like you're gonna have experience.
Yeah. 2 months.
You see. But then like the psychology of social media and digital detoxing.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Like how, because I mean I think the most famous one is people detoxing from like sugar, sugar detox, or like people are drinking green tea or all these funny teas.
Physical detox.
Yeah, physical detoxing, where you're like trying to take out some things of your body, but also just your mind and your brain. You will never like take that into consideration in terms of detoxing your mind, and especially now with social media. I mean, like we were talking about how much screen time are you spending on your phone?
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Like you were saying, on average, it's what 6 hours and 40 minutes.
6 hours 40 minutes, and then 7 hours and 15 or between 6 and 8 hours.
You see, it's like, hey, 8 hours is crazy on your phone. You see,
a day.
So, and then I think like it just speaks to that. So, okay, how important is the detoxing? Especially now, man. I mean, like I think at work, you almost digital. At least for me, I'm digital. outside work, it's also digital, you know. But like, so then how many? Not how many, but like, when do you get the time to like actually not? So I want your story first about the WhatsApp one, and why you were off on WhatsApp.
Nah, the WhatsApp one was crazy though. Nah, it was wild, dog.
Yeah.
But I've had detox, like social media detox, like Instagram and stuff before. But I think it was around, when is it? Feb, March
This year.
Yeah. I was like, nah, bruh. I feel like I'm tied to WhatsApp because I also had work on WhatsApp.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I had church on WhatsApp, and then my normal relationships, which family, friends, and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So there was a lot of things happening on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And you find at church there's multiple groups. At work there's multiple groups because I work in the district level. So there's the department group, then there's the clinic group, then there's the so there was way too many groups and way too much activity.
Yeah.
And so it became too much for me. I was like, there's no way. Like I'd be at home after work hours, messages on the group. Or
work.
Work.
You see.
Or a message that just comes through to you, be like, yo, sorry to text you after hours, but here's something. Either you respond to it tomorrow, but for me, I also have an issue with the notification thing. When I check my phones, I don't have
the numbers.
No, that thing. For me, if a message comes in while I'm like, if it's there, I want to open it. Yeah, but even if it's an email, I can't just leave it there like that. So I would want to open it. And now if you're opening something that is work related while you're at home, it's affecting how you are at home.
Yeah. Now you need to put in your work hat.
Exactly.
Sure.
And also, church now is this. So there'd be like a church group, a work group, a friend group, and this. And I was like, nah, bro, I feel like I need to. It was an extreme thing, to be honest, at the time.
Yeah.
But I was like, I want to see how I'm gonna be if I completely detach. So no social media, about Instagram, about TikTok, no WhatsApp. WhatsApp was an extreme one, but I was like, this is the one I want to see if. Firstly, will I be able to cope? Because WhatsApp has become the central point of communication, or the main form of communication amongst friendships, family, and stuff. Already was not impressed.
And like, what's crazy is like, it only happens in like countries like us in South Africa. Because I mean, some of the homies I know in the USA, all of them on iMessage.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone in the USA is on iMessage.
Yeah.
And it also because everyone is carrying an iPhone there. You see what I mean? So it's so easy for them. WhatsApp is like maybe the third or second option.
Form of communication.
Communication. iMessage is just like, okay, cool. No, I'll iMessage you, you know? But like for us, because you have iPhones, you have Samsung, you have so many brands that are not compatible with iMessage.
We use
we use WhatsApp, which is compatible with all phones throughout, you know. So that was for me interesting when I found that out. So like, hey, actually, people in the USA don't even use WhatsApp that often.
Yeah, it's not a do or die. Because honestly, when it came to that thing, even for me, it was like, if I leave WhatsApp, the world is gonna fall apart. There was that intense feeling, but. I could still, like, I used iMessage during that time. I was chatting to you on iMessage. Chatting to my lady on iMessage, my sisters on iMessage, my niece on iMessage, and a couple of friends.
That's pretty chilled,
So people still had access to me. But I also found iMessage is not as addictive in the sense that there's no stories. That you just go and you mindlessly scroll
for years,
if you're going on iMessage, you're going to send a message
and you're out. It's not like now you're watching people's statuses.
There's no entertainment. Bro. And at first I was like, I want to see how long it's gonna last. The first month was dope, dog. It was dope. I mean, I missed a couple of important information, but I tried to communicate with people to say, okay, this is how you can If this thing is at your church, if this thing is happening, please try to send me an email or send me an iMessage or whatever. And the second month, dog, it was peace. It was peace, bro. It was peace. And I only came back because they had now started to find, like, there was an event at church specifically that I couldn't miss. but I missed because I didn't get that information.
And the people that were organizing didn't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they didn't know that they needed to. Because also people aren't think if they think if I send on the group,
Yeah,
the church group, everyone has
it's
it
done. Yeah,
yeah, but unfortunately,
but my iMessage can have groups.
I get it back to what you're saying is that iMessage is not that common.
Yep,
in terms of communication.
Yeah.
So that thing I was like, yeah, maybe I actually need to come back.
Yeah.
I was hoping that when I come back, people would have gotten used to not accessing me as much on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
So I was like, when I get back, I won't have 100 messages of people like Uspile. I came back and I mean, I don't know what WhatsApp does. I think some of the messages didn't even come through to me.
Yeah.
That people sent. They never even got to me. So when I got back, I decided, you know what? I'm going to leave some of the work groups. I left some of them. Yeah. Actually, I left all of them, the work groups.
Okay.
And then I obviously replaced with the work number.
Yeah.
But it's dope, man. It's honestly necessary. I want to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but now, okay, I'm interested though. Now, do you feel like, because also you're saying, like before, right? You would get like, say, maybe a message from a span.
Okay, yeah.
And then you look at it and then you feel like, hey, let me attend to it. Let me actually do it. Do you feel like that in a way? I mean, it obviously does take away attention. Like, I mean, if your lady's there and the message from a span comes in, and then all of a sudden you're like trying to work or you're trying to do something, that is obviously taking away attention, right? Do you feel like, I mean, maybe it's not as drastic as I'm thinking of it, but do you feel like that maybe has a potential of affecting our relationships? Like just not even WhatsApp, but just like social media
in general.
and the attention obviously we give to them.
No, 100%, dog. I do. I do.
From experience or just
from observation?
Okay,
right, from observation. Sorry, yeah. From observations, because it's something I was actually speaking to, I think, Adrian about even now, to say, I think social media and the digital world, the intent perhaps was to obviously create social media. For us to be a lot more social, to engage more.
And we are engaging more.
Yeah. If Usimpiwe is in a different province, I shouldn't be the communication or the engagement shouldn't be limited because you're there.
Yeah.
Obviously, physically you can't, but you can always video call. You can catch up with what he's doing. He's there at Durban, living his best life or whatever.
Sure.
So I think that was maybe perhaps the intent, right? But now it's just become a compulsive thing where you just do it to pass time.
No, but I mean, I think that's still the intent, though. It's just you do it the way that you do it.
Yeah, but listen, hello.
Okay.
I'm saying the intent was that initially, but now it's become for us as human beings and beings of habits. It's become a thing that it's just compulsive now.
Yeah.
When you go on Instagram, or when you go on Twitter, when you go on WhatsApp, you don't even go there to. I'm not going on Instagram to go check EDM Kabanban or to go look specifically at what Usimpiwe is doing or what he's posting. I'm just going there to see what could potentially get my attention and what I could find entertaining. And then I find myself in that mindless scrolling. For TikTok, you don't go to TikTok to find a specific account.
Yeah.
You just go there to be entertained
by
whatever is happening, either dance challenges or singings or jokes or whatever, skits or...
No, but then being entertained is not a bad thing.
Yes.
Sure.
Hello, listen. You defending social media. Listen. So I'm saying all these things were for us to not disconnect, right? And for us to keep in touch with the people that we love and the things that we find interesting. So now you don't have to watch. Sometimes you don't even have to watch ETV. You can just go on TikTok. If you missed 2 generations, it's there.
Yeah.
Someone has recorded it and posted it on TikTok. You understand?
Yeah.
If there's a certain song that is blowing up that you're interested about, you can just go there and entertain by dancing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I understand that part of it, but the problem is that I don't think it was designed to substitute.
Okay.
Like physical interactions or social gatherings and stuff. Like it was it's meant to substitute the physical. If me and you can get together, Maji, and chill, then we can't use social media to substitute this. This is as important. However, if this is not possible, then we can go on social media and try to maintain that contact. However, now when I say it's become a compulsive thing, is we've gotten to the point where out of habit, we've gotten to the point whereby we disconnect with people physically and we try to use social media to substitute for the physical.
Okay.
So when you say...
So much, are you saying are we voluntarily... willingly, consciously disconnecting with people?
It's not conscious.
Okay.
It's just it's a compulsive thing.
Sure.
We've now lost the ability to engage with humans physically and to build proper relationships.
Because of social media?
Yes, because... You don't agree?
No, continue. I'm thinking.
Yeah, we've become... When you're with people... Last episode we were speaking about the awkward silence and stuff. Né?
Yeah.
Now we're struggling the most to deal with those social situations because when people are sitting in a room, they're on their phones. If you go out to dinner with a group of friends, they're on their phones.
Everyone's on their phones,
trying to capture content and trying to catch up on who's doing so and so. And then we just discuss, hey, did you see one bunny posted this while we're in that setting? So it is affecting relationships, and as you've said, if you're at home and you go on WhatsApp and you get a message from Msebenzini, it's gonna put you off this moment that you're having with your person, and now you're gonna end up giving your attention
to that
thing. Example, I was showing you my screen time this weekend.
Sure.
I had minimal time on my phone. The most time, I think it was 2 hours. And the 59 minutes was on YouTube.
Okay.
And then there was 30 minutes of WhatsApp in the day. Because my person was here.
Yes.
So I didn't feel the need to be on my phone chatting up because the person I would be interacting with is there. But now if she's there and I'm still pushing 2 hours on WhatsApp, what am I doing?
Like, who are you talking to now?
Like what's so important or what's so entertaining on WhatsApp that is taking away from the time that we have together? And if you think about it, if I'm on WhatsApp for 2 hours while I'm with someone, we've missed out on 2 hours. Do you understand?
Yeah, plus minus 2 hours.
Exactly. What am I doing? I'm scrolling through statuses. If I miss them, dog. There's nothing important there that...
it's life-changing.
Exactly. So I do think it affects relationships in that regard. And people aren't able, like back to what I'm saying, aren't able to then form new relationships, or we're not coping kakuhle in social environments because of social media. Back to that thing of online dating.
Okay.
Abantu bakwazi ushare anymore. Because
when
I don't have to.
Don't say abantu.
But
speak for yourself.
But me, I don't have to.
Sure.
I mean, yes, and quasi, and I've said it.
But you also in a long-term
relationship. So I there's that part of it, but also I mean I can't. That's just a me thing. But people can't. People can't approach people because
I guess even I think it's bigger than ukshela. Then I think it's just that social interaction is gone. Right, because it doesn't even have to be a guy-girl interaction.
So do you agree with me then that we are now using social media to replace the physical? Because you seem like you disagree with me when I said the intent was for us to connect. However, now it's one of the primary causes of our biggest cause of disconnect.
I mean, I think we're using social media to what? You said you were using social media to disconnect.
No, I'm saying probably the initial intent was for us to not disconnect. It was for us to connect. But now it's one of the primary causes of our disconnect, the biggest causes of our disconnect.
I feel like social media was for entertainment.
Okay.
And not to connect. And I think social media was more for entertainment. And I think now abantu are on social media to feel relatable.
Nah, right. I disagree.
Look at how many.
Let's take it back. You're saying it was to entertainment. what kind of entertainment? Take it back to Facebook.
Okay.
Because okay, maybe not. What's that? MySpace. But no one is using MySpace. Let's take it back to Facebook, because I think perhaps Facebook is one of the first dons.
Yeah,
of like social media. When you think of social media, we think of Facebook.
Yeah, like one big one. Yeah.
What was the intent of Facebook when it was formed? It was not for entertainment.
No, but then now I'm saying, because even before Facebook, we had calls, we had SMS, we had emails.
Okay.
So the creation of Facebook wasn't for years, exactly. I remember I did watch a documentary, Mark. Right. Like he created the thing at university with his friends and what.
Yeah.
And that thing, it was to connect, right? But I think also it was more to connect university students.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It was to connect my university students. If there's a party, people post on Facebook.
Yes.
There's a party, it's going down on block, whatever.
They meet
pull up. And then we do our thing. But I think then, in as much as it was for to connect, we already had like your emails, SMS, and phone calls. I think, but always like social media does that more efficiently.
Yes,
It's easier. Like you post once, 50 people know.
Yeah.
Versus you calling 50 people 50 times. You know. But I mean, I think now though, they're even like we said, we're talking about the iMessage thing. You know, you don't. I mean, it's also social media, we can call it, but it doesn't fall under the definition of social media, right? Like the iMessage.
Yes, it's instant messaging.
Yeah, it's instant. So you see, if I'm saying now, if we talk about you wanting to connect, you can actually just do iMessage if that's your thing. You know, so okay, bet. Let me just. But if you're now looking to be entertained, then you have your TikToks. That's why TikTok is so big, because it's entertaining. It's bigger than Facebook. It's bigger than Twitter, because it's and it format. It's video, which is so easier for your eyes
to consume.
You know,
but we're not then disagreeing.
Okay.
Because so I'm saying the way this social media started was to connect, like about Facebook, was to connect university students. Yeah, but if you think about mix it, similar thing.
Yeah.
You know, we used to have we were actually talking about it at work the other day about multi-mix.
Yeah.
Was it at work? Yeah, multi-mix, where you will just put random people
in
one group, and then you pull out contacts there, and you go out and you speak. So all those things were just for us to connect more.
Yeah.
Or BBM. I think BBM had stories. No, BBM used to show you the song you're playing and whatnot.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Then WhatsApp came through. When WhatsApp came through, it was just instant messaging at the time. And then moved towards Instagram now.
Yes.
Twitter was there also. Then moved towards Instagram.
Yeah.
And when Instagram came, it was mostly about pictures.
Yeah.
Pictures.
So that's not, we're not communicating with anyone there.
Yeah, but same thing with the Facebook, because Facebook was just, people used to just write things. Ne?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
And then we would have post pictures, like a profile picture to show yourself and an update. But it wasn't solely like pictures. And when we would post pictures, it would be like, look at what I'm wearing. Look at what, right?
Yes.
And at that point, obviously, there was the connection part of it. But then now it was like, hey, why don't we keep them entertained while they're here?
Yeah.
But that's now probably the business side of it. But let's keep them here. How do we keep them here? Let's introduce pictures, and then let's reduce videos and so on and so forth. And so now they've obviously, the companies like about TikTok and whatnot, they've found a gap in what's happening in society, where we don't have sources of entertainment anymore that were like the way we were before, and that's where we get them. About TikTok and on Instagram. If we still maintain, if we use social media to connect, and we still host parties and gatherings and this and that, they wouldn't have a gap to say, let's keep them on their screens.
Sure.
But they saw good, these ones, they're not interacting. Okay, let's feed them let's feed the beast. TikTok now, man, you're there like this.
For like hours and hours.
And because TikTok saw Instagram was becoming too polished.
Yeah.
TikTok came and you could just make a video in your account.
And then everyone is like, damn.
You understand?
Yeah,
Because people go there now, they're going there to get something authentic and original. But now even TikTok is becoming a lot more programmed and a lot more cleaner and, so they are now become sources of entertainment. I'm not disagreeing with that. But I'm saying all of that is because of the big disconnect that is happening, the bigger problem.
In the social life,
in us, and we've become dependent on the drug.
What is causing the disconnect then? Is it social media?
It's not helping.
No, I'm asking what is causing the disconnect.
I don't know, but I'm saying social media is not helping.
Yeah, no, of course, right? So I hear you on that. It's okay.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll say busy lives. Or I also just maybe the idea of the digital world in our minds is something real.
Yeah.
That we feel. So even if some people I haven't like for example, celebrities.
Yeah.
I was watching the interview guy Acorn actually.
Okay.
No Mac. And they're talking about the stardom that used to exist then, like Michael Jackson and stuff. And like Michael Jackson was huge, bro.
Yeah.
But people
would faint,
bro. If you're a celebrity in those times,
people were fainting.
You were a celebrity
to see Michael. Sure.
Do you know what I'm saying? Or Rihanna at the time. I knew Rihanna without internet.
Yeah.
About Chris Brown, about Beyonce, Jay-Z, and all of them. So if you were a celebrity at that time,
it was
real.
Yeah.
It was because you didn't know anything about them.
Yeah,
bro. And so there was a God complex around them.
Yeah.
Sharp. Fast forward to now. Now you know if Kanye is having a rant. Now you know if so and so was walking out of a store.
Now they're just like another person, another human being.
Now we look at them and we say, dog, actually, I don't want that life. Because these guys are actually more messed up than we are. The things they speak about, they're actually not living true. Because now someone is going to say, I saw someone in the block, what? You can just go on Google and say, did Future shoot someone at this what? Or
so then I guess then social media is good in that.
So I'm saying that then the issue, so where I was getting at is what is created is, when I say the digital world has become real in our minds, is that it makes us feel like we know people when we don't. So we don't feel the need to actually get to know people. Because Usimpiwe, before I even meet him, I can follow him for about 2 months, and in that 2 months I'll feel like I know him.
Yeah.
So it feels that thing, I know someone new, but I actually don't.
Okay.
Because Simpio is just an idea on Instagram.
No, but then, are you talking to Simpio? You just follow them?
Just follow them.
Without even talking to them?
Yeah. Maybe comment on their pictures and stuff.
So
it feels like we have a lot of people. There was this thing we had at one of the workshops or trainings we did. They said it's called a 5-finger what? I don't know what it's called. 5-finger what? Ne?
Yeah.
So put 5 fingers up and then no, not you. But I'm just saying. So for that exercise, you have to write for each finger a person that you can call when things go down.
Okay.
And people found in that exercise it's tough.
Just to have 5 people. Yeah.
But how many followers do you have?
Yeah, how many people do you have? Hundreds and thousands.
You get what I'm saying? And so that's why I say the digital world is giving us the idea that we have people in our lives and we know people. We feel like we know more people now than ever before, but actually we know nobody.
Yeah.
Because the 1,000 people that follow you don't actually know you and you don't know them.
But then now, do you feel like that contributes to like the loneliness and the anxiety and all the other mental illnesses? I don't know the stats, but people would argue that over time there's been an increase in mental health illnesses.
Yeah. Why did you go off social media?
Oh no. So me, I'm off Instagram, right? I'm off Twitter. What else? I'm off TikTok. I just scroll, but I don't have an account there. So I think for me, why did I go off? I didn't have a reason specifically. Let me think. No, man. I think for me, so what I did also, I think it was just the screen time thing, you know, because and obviously that mindless scrolling. But I watched a video of a neuroscientist on TikTok, you know, and he was like, if this video is like just passing you on your For You page, you know, what did he say, man? But he was saying something about like just mindless scrolling.
Is it Andrew?
No, it wasn't Andrew. No, it wasn't Huberman. But he was just on some like, if this, So he was saying, if you get on a app or any social media app, if you get there and you don't know what you're doing there, then there's a problem, because then you just mindless scrolling.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Sure.
So it goes back to what you've been saying. Like, then what I would do is like, you'd find maybe I go on Instagram just to scroll on my feed. But like, I'm not getting any information.
Do you, when you went on Instagram, do you feel those urges even when you were around people?
Of what?
Going to Instagram and to scroll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that's why you end up finding people on their phone, even with people around. You see what I mean? So then for me, it was like, why am I on IG scrolling and looking at my feed while there's Uzi, while I can just chill and be present in the moment and chill with my homie and we chat and we laugh and we whatever, you know? So I was like, okay, one, there's nothing, I mean, like, I don't even want to say like valuable, you know, that I was getting from Instagram and Twitter and TikTok. But I mean, like, because I was saying also with like, I think entertainment is also very important for our mental health and just to relax and distress from work, and because life is also busy, you know.
Sure.
So we do need social media. YouTube is social media, you know. So that's for me. It was like, I mean, I think also Twitter, you know. I mean, I think most of us, we get on Twitter, we just scroll, you know, for like hours. We just scroll, unless if maybe you say you go on Twitter and then maybe you scroll on sports. You know, if that's your thing, you scroll. If I mean, for us, we like it in podcasting. You know, so like if we were to go on Twitter and then scroll on podcast, and then maybe like, okay, this is an interesting tweet about podcasting. You know, but I think people just scroll and laugh and react to whatever. What I do have now, I still have a TikTok. Because I think also TikTok has quite nice information. Like if I want to try out a new restaurant, I'll probably find better information
on TikTok
about versus Google Maps. You see what I mean? So if I want to try out, I don't know, a fire room, you know, a MOA, or I want to try out like Doppio Zero in Sentin City, then I can get better reviews on TikTok. Even if I want to try out, say maybe we want to try the new mic, we'll get a better review of the mic on TikTok.
Sure.
Even YouTube, right? We'll get it. But then then it goes back to that thing. YouTube is usually long format.
Yeah, it requires more work.
Yeah.
And that's what people think,
Yeah, and like, I mean, I think also other things, like, again, if I want to review a restaurant, it's very hard to find it on YouTube. Yeah. You see what I mean? So then TikTok actually becomes so easier to like, oh no, man, let me just quickly go on TikTok, Doppio Zero Sentin. So many videos are going to pop. I'm like, oh, this is actually cool.
You see, from what you're mentioning there, it's and it's something I think needs to be clarified. Social media has a massive positive.
Yeah.
Right? Is, for example, like you're saying now, access to information has never been easier.
Yeah.
If you want a review, you can just go on TikTok. And it's easier because someone there doesn't need a fancy camera. They can just use their phone and, you know, talk while they're doing this thing. Whereas if you like for YouTube, you need to angles and
and get all the proper things.
So in terms of that, it's a big positive.
Yeah.
You know, the downside to it though is just that we've just gotten to a point where, which is why I was saying, my concern was is we've gotten to a point, my suspicion of why we're so disconnected is because we've gotten to the point where we think social media is a real place.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. And
a real place how though?
Like it's real, like it's...
But it is real.
But listen.
Okay.
Real place in the sense that it's become more real for us than what's actually real. So you're saying you had, back to the compulsion, when you would be with people, but you'd find yourself going Instagram. Okay. For what?
Yeah.
You know, Instagram will never be more real than you sitting with people here, ever.
Okay.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
you know? If it's a thing where the people here are just not funny, and you want
you change your people,
and you want funny, and you want funny entertainment, then sharp, you can go do your thing. But the reason why we end up going there is to, like you're saying, you go there to find something interesting. On Instagram, you don't know it, but you're like, I want to go see, what could catch my attention in that thing, instead of trying to trigger something interesting around you. And it's not to say when we're chilling, everyone just wants to be quiet and chill out, that when you should be forcing our conversations with, my boys, let's talk about the politics, whatever. It doesn't have to be. If you're just chilling and no one is saying anything because we just want to be quiet, you can just go do your thing.
Sure.
But now when we're trying to have conversations and something is drawing you, like it's like, I don't know what could be there, but I think whatever is there is more real and more intriguing than this situation. That's where my concern is.
No, I think maybe not the word real then.
It is real. It's
because now both social media or the digital world and this face-to-face world they're real.
Social media is not real, bro. It's not a real place. Like,
what do you mean?
For me, like, it's not.
But like I'm saying now, whatever image you have on social media, that's the image people are going to have of you. So that's a real image.
Yeah, okay, listen. Yes. You're saying whatever image you have on social media, that's the image people are going to have of you. That's real. That's not real.
Why?
We spoke about this, though. Like, even the thing with being authentic on social media. Is social media doesn't glorify people that are authentic. Especially Instagram. Okay. Instagram is all about the polished image, polished brand, having the greatest lifestyle. If you look at the people that have the most followers on Instagram, it's individuals that are curated. Yeah, bro. And so in that sense and in that regard, I don't think it's real. The images are literally edited. People have got 20 layers of makeup on. People they go under proper, like the gym guys that always try to decode to say, we look with proper lighting. Look at how I look. Will pop out and they'll say, remove the lighting instantly.
That's how you look.
Instantly, people are now, they're just chilling. There's no lighting. There's no what. So I say it's not real in that regard. And I say it's not real in that it can never replace what the physical, the real world has. Okay. And the entertainment you can get in the real world. We used to have it, bro. Like, I only got Instagram in university. Yeah, bro. And even there, I was not using it as much, but I'd just post whenever I could. I had Facebook to post random stuff sometimes, right? Yeah. But it was never the source of entertainment for me. Source of entertainment would be with my friends. Hey, my dogs, what can we do? Let's go play football outside. At Res, let's go play football. Let's take a walk. Let's go to Upper Campus. Let's do this. Let's do that. It was always with my friends, If it was just for me, I'd just go on YouTube and watch something. But YouTube was also never the main source of entertainment for me because I only got exposed to YouTube when I got to university. Yeah, bro. The reasons I'd be on my phone, I think, throughout high school about Mixit and stuff would be to interact with my friends when I couldn't be with them during school hours or after. So that was real. Okay. What we have now on social media, it is not real. For me, that's my thing. It can't be real. Okay, for you, what's real about social media?
Because I'm arguing that if you go on social media now and you say, what is it? You say men are better than everyone. Like you come in there, all toxic masculinity, degrading women and whatever, That's your character. That's your person. That's who you are.
But how many people actually do that?
There's a lot of people on social media. Tweet.
You see Twitter?
Sure.
Twitter has keyboard warriors, one.
Okay.
Two, Twitter has, you know, the thing that says not everyone should have an opinion.
Yeah.
You know, when they say, you know what, everyone has free speech. Other people don't deserve free speech.
Yeah.
Because they just say things that are out of pocket. Also, other people on Twitter have characters where they are, what's that word called? They intentionally say things that are inflammatory because they want clout.
Okay.
So they'll say something out of pocket because they know you guys are going to react to them.
Sure.
Okay.
But now, you see what I'm saying now is, Uguti, the fact that you can say that, that is who you are. Even if you are acting, whether it's Instagram or Twitter, you acting, that's who, like, if, let's say, for instance, when you go on Twitter, you create an account or whatever, and then you post, right? You post like very derogatory things about a population of people.
Yeah.
And then your employer gets word of that. They're going to fire you.
Okay.
Right? But now your argument can't be, but I was acting. That's not the real me. Social media is not real.
Okay, I get. Okay, you mean social media has real implications? I get that.
So, like, you see what I mean?
No, I get what you're saying.
Yes.
Bro. I get what you're saying.
Yes.
I get, it does translate to real life. I understand.
So that's what I'm saying. That like, if me, what is it? If me, I say, okay, no, I have my main account on Instagram. I create a second account, right? Let's call it Simpiwe's. What are these accounts, man?
Banner.
No. Those ones, what are they called, man, on IG?
the bots.
No, not the bots. It's like OnlyFans. They call them something, dog.
Yeah.
Like, it's like an account on IG,
Yeah.
but it's for like your close friends. What is it called? Ishi, see now.
It's not just private.
No, it's not private account. It's what? Ah, damn it, man.
Okay, yeah.
But I'll get it, ne? Is it a fin account?
What is that?
A fan account? Or is it a fin account? Dog, I don't know.
Okay.
But like, it's where people, it's to your account, but you're just posting like more intimate pictures of yourself.
Okay.
To your close friends.
Okay. Is there a type of account for that?
No. It's Finsta.
Okay.
It's a Finsta. It's, what is it called? Finsta. What is it? I think it's an account. It's your account, but for your fans.
Okay.
You see what I mean? So it's very like
Exclusive.
Yeah, you know. So I think, I don't know when it started, but most girls, you find they have a Finsta account. Okay. It's still the same Instagram account. Nothing changes.
Okay.
It's still the same thing. It's just called a Finsta account. But you see, now let's say on that account, I'm posting my very exotic pictures.
Six-pack, yeah.
You know? And my employer gets word of that. You know, or on Twitter, whatever I'm posting, my employer gets word of that. I can't now say, oh no, that was just my Finsta account. That's not the real me.
No. So I'm saying I get that, ne? I get that, and I'm not arguing that. Social media and the digital world does have real implications.
So it is real.
In the real place. Listen, hello.
Okay.
Listen. So it does have implications in real life. I get that. Simply because of how the world has become now.
Yeah.
For example, employers are now interested to go look at someone's Instagram and someone's Twitter and stuff.
Yeah.
Because obviously they want to get a full picture of who the person is.
Yeah.
But how many times have you heard a band to say, like for example, ladies will say, I'll say men are trash while I'm sleeping next to my man. I say men are trash, and then I log off, and then I go
Yes.
baba to my person.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yes.
that's what I mean by it's not real. And
No, but it is real, because now, if I mean, we do have people like that. Now that person, then it speaks to their character and how flawed they are as a person.
in terms of what?
Because if you say on IG or Twitter or whatever, this is the movement you stand for, then even in physical real, that's the movement you should stand for. So
yes, but it's not.
yes, but it doesn't take away the fact that that thing is still real. I'm just saying now that it speaks to how
Deception.
no,
You're a
no.
deceptive person.
Yes, when it just speaks to Osipil and his character.
Yeah. And listen to what I'm saying. I'm not fighting that.
Yeah.
Ne? My argument is, like, for example, with this person who says men are trash.
Okay.
And then they leave it there. And then they go and they yebo baba to their
Yes.
husband. What they've done on social media is not real. What they've said is not real.
Okay.
What they've said is not real in the sense that it's not something that they believe in.
Okay.
They say it because they know that it's going to aggravate a lot of people.
Okay.
And it's going to get attraction.
Yes.
Now, what does it say about the character of the individual? It means I'm a cloud chaser,
Yes.
or I feed off of people being upset on social media. I feed off of that energy. That's me. That's who I am as a person.
Yeah.
I get that 100%. But I'm saying what they've posted and the things they've curated is simply that curation for entertainment or for whatever reason. So if I go on social media and I say, I'm an entertainer and I stand for that, then I'll go as far as I can to entertain.
Yeah.
Because there's people who don't have limits. I'll do whatever I can to entertain. If I get a gig, an entertainment thing, for example, a sponsor.
Yeah.
If I were to get a sponsor now that is anti-Christ,
Okay.
I'm not gonna take the sponsor.
Yeah.
However, then that's just me now morally. But I could go on social media and take the thing, and promote that brand that is anti-Christ, and make money out of it.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
gonna think, Uspili is definitely anti-Christ. I mean, I'm a church dog.
Yeah,
Monday, I'm a
doing
church
your
Wednesday, I'm a
thing.
church Saturday and Sunday. Now, what does it say about me? It means I am willing to compromise myself for the sake of Imali. However, what I have said on social media or promoting that brand is not what I believe in or align with. And that's why I when I say it's not real, it's all the things when you are now, let's say you're on the other side receiving a tweet that says men are trash, and that thing triggers you and you want to fight, you're going to be fighting someone that is not real. It's not a real personality. It's not a real person. It's not a real idea.
Yeah.
It's just someone that understands that you are going to get triggered and they're going to keep pulling your strings. Whereas when you're busy there, setting yourself over
But it
someone.
means it's real to the other person.
Kaloku le ngishoyo ukuthi mina, it's become a place where we're playing games.
Okay.
We understand. And a lot of people fall victim to thinking that social media is real. You read that tweet and you say, this is a real tweet. This is a real opinion of someone that is real. And as you're arguing there, I'm giggling here. Because I know I don't actually believe in what I'm saying, but I can see it's triggering you. So I'm actually going to do it for my own entertainment.
Yeah.
So if you think you are fighting a real opinion, then you're going to be digging yourself a whole thing. You're going to go to bed aggravated, angry.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm busy laughing that side because I know that what you are busy fighting with is just an account and it means nothing to me.
Yeah.
So back to the thing I was trying to get through to say, we're trying to now substitute real interactions with the thing that's happening on social media, with like the digital world.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to find entertainment in conversations or areas where we can connect and bond here in person, you are going out there to find a connection with someone who's not even real.
Okay.
With someone who is a character that they've portrayed on social media.
Yeah.
Someone who is a... what's this thing? I'm making an example. There's a guy who TikTok.
Yeah.
He pretends to be his mom and his dad and also himself.
Okay.
Yeah, but like he'll play different parts.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's because I can't connect with Simpiwe, who's my boy, and you're not entertaining me, I'm gonna go connect with that character, the father or the mother. But those characters aren't real.
Yeah.
However, I'll feel connected with them as this fictional thing, as opposed to trying to find the same connection with someone who I can actually build something with. Because you can't build a relationship with a character. That guy who was Joyce? No, not Joyce. That guy who was putting a calamine.
I don't know.
You know,
on TikTok?
Yeah, he was putting calamine and he would pretend to be like the witch. He just saw, hey, Joyce.
Hey, I don't know. Nah.
So the guy actually, he portrayed this character. I forgot what it's called. People liked him, the character. Then he said, nah, I don't want to be that character anymore. I'm actually an artist and I want to, push this music thing.
Yeah.
People are like, nah, we want that thing. We want that character.
Yeah.
You understand? Because they felt connected to it. But the unfortunate thing is that the character was never real to begin with. Now, are the videos real? Yes, they are. Is the entertainment real? Yes, it is. But the character
and
is
the
not.
implications are real.
Yes, but you can't connect with a character that is not real because that character goes away and it's done. If that guy decides I'm not gonna post a video again, you're gonna find out that actually there was never a real relationship here to begin with.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
No, it makes sense.
In person, if we're having a breakup, it's gonna be a breakup, heartbreak. I'm hurt.
But now in person, people can still not be real.
That they can be fake.
Yeah.
Yes, but then how are you gonna learn that if you don't engage and interact with people? Because people will always outlive the ideas and images on social media.
Okay.
Now, can people be fake? Yes. Do we wear masks in our day-to-day? Yes, we do. However, it's still humans. You learn. That's how you learn.
Yeah.
One is a liar. This person is actually deceptive. Like, for example, church. People talk about it all the time at church. At church, we try to show up as best as we can.
Yeah.
We're actually having a conversation on Saturday about that to say there's people when they wear the uniform, church uniform, they feel there's things that they can't do.
Yeah.
They can't curse or they can't say some things. But the moment it's off, then they it's on. And the truth of the matter is the person that you are out without the uniform is who you are.
Without the uniform.
Yeah, that's who you are. If you can't be kind without the uniform, then you were never a kind person to begin with. You're only kind when you wear the uniform. You say the right things when you wear the uniform. Yes, there's respect to it, but who are you?
But you see, we can say the same thing about the digital world.
That's why I'm saying the mask and images, the mask and everything, it's part of life.
Yeah.
It's an area of life. However, social media is purely based on that portrayal of a character. Whereas in real life, yes, there's people that with flawed characters. I also have my flaws in my character. There's parts that I try to conceal that I'm not going to be putting out to everyone. I get that part, but also it's a skill that I get to learn to say, I'm not going to be, there's things that I won't say here, this is how I'm going to behave around this thing, you know. There's a character that you take on as an individual. That's who you are. Ne?
Okay.
But social media is so curated that if you're just seeing posh images of me, you spoke about loneliness and depression and like all this like anxiety and stuff and how social media has contributed to all of those. It's contributed in the sense that it's made people to feel that they are lesser than perfection.
Yeah.
If you are lesser than perfection, then you are not good enough.
Okay.
Whereas even the people that portray that perfection don't feel like they're good enough.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so are the implications real in that someone now is struggling with loneliness, with depression and body images and stuff?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. But is it a real thing? Is it a real benchmark that they're using? No.
Yeah.
Because the image that you are using to define perfection for you or good enough is not real because it's edited. It's curated. It's, you know, I'm in Paris. I'm wearing Gucci. I'm doing that.
Yeah.
I hire a fast car or I get my neighbor here to please borrow me. Let me stand next to the car. When you say, dog, I'm failing as an individual and you're going under. Whereas, So now are the implications real? Yes, but is it actually real?
Yeah. Do you then think having a social media break or detox would help in that situation?
I think it does. I think it does remind you of what's real, man. Like I said, for me, you know, firstly, I realized how much time I had on my hands.
Yeah.
When I was off WhatsApp too.
Okay, continue.
What are you gonna say?
No, I'm trying to think about that time in your hands. What were you then replacing it with, or what were you doing?
When I was not on social media,
I
was more productive.
Okay.
I also realized actually, I mean, you're not as busy as you think you are. You're not as busy as you think you are. But I think it reminded me of. It gave me a sense of real again, you know?
Yeah.
One thing you don't realize about social media is how noisy it is.
Yeah.
How much noise is it?
Yeah.
Bro,
unnecessary noise.
Bro, you process so much information. In a very, very short amount of time, ne? And when I was off social media, I'll be driving to a span. I'm not thinking about 10 videos or 20 videos that I'm not processing 20 videos that I saw before I left the house.
Yeah.
I'm just looking, I'm thinking, yo, look at the trees, dog. Like it's small things. Like, look at the trees, G. Oh, damn, you know.
But I guess then now you're talking more about like mindfulness and being in the present, which I think you can still achieve even with social media and how many hours you spend on social media.
What were you asking?
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah. you were asking. You were asking. Do I feel like being off social media helps with those depression and what? Anxiety. And I'm saying yes.
Okay.
In the sense that your mind is not clogged up by all this false information. I'll say false information. People are going to say this guy is a hater, but it's not clogged up by this unrealistic expectation of what the world actually is.
Okay.
But it's showing you when you don't have that unrealistic benchmark, then you can get to experience real life. For example, you don't look at a tree from a picture. You now look at a tree. There's a tree there.
There's a tree.
It's green, it's autumn.
You don't think, let me take my phone out and take a pic.
No. To post. You're like, oh, there's a tree. It's autumn. What happens in autumn? The leaves fall. Now it's not so green anymore. Okay. Now what happens in winter? This is what happens in winter. How does the sky look in summer? Now you get to see more. And even so back to link it to the mindfulness you're speaking about, it allows you to be a lot more present and then to try benchmark your life around what is actually around you. You know, you get to say, dog, I'm actually privileged.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not thinking, yo, dog, Kai was driving a Lambo.
Yeah.
Or he's got 3 Lambos at the age of 22. I don't know how old they are, 21, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, dog, I'm driving.
Yeah.
You know, I'm driving and people are walking on the street.
But I mean, you can still get the same effect if you just drive and you see people driving X3s, X5s, Lamborghinis.
But you don't know them. The proximity is different.
Yeah.
Back to what I was saying when you say you think you know people because you've been exposed to them on social media, but actually you don't.
Yeah.
But then if Kai, I'll use Kai, when you follow him, I'm pretty sure you're like, he's my boy. You think you know him. You know how the jokes he cracks. You know what ticks him off. You think you know him. And so when he pulls up in a Lamborghini, you're like, damn. Someone that close to me drives a Lamborghini. You remember what we spoke about earlier? That time when we spoke about peers. That when your peers pull up in a BM, it's closer. It's close to home now. But if it's there far away, then
then Ukai wouldn't have an impact on me if he pulls up with the Lambo.
But when you feel close to him, if you follow him and you consume him a lot.
But if you feel close to him, then you're the problem.
But then that's everyone then.
I don't feel close to him.
Do you? Are you his follower?
I'm his fan. I watch Kai.
What did you? you just argue, man. Dog, you just argue.
But like I'm like, I mean,
okay.
I don't. I follow and I listen to Kanye West. I don't feel close to Kanye.
Okay, let me ask.
Sure.
Let me ask. Why are kids in high school feeling all this pressure now to look rich? To be pulling up in the latest iPhones, to be, the latest makeups, to be going to conkers and stuff. Why is that happening to them?
They seeing their peers doing that, and then they feel...
Which peers?
People close to them.
But it's not close like this. It's not peers in UCMP way. It's peers on social media. And those are people they don't know. But it's people they feel like, I know them because I follow them.
Okay.
And when you feel, and it's the thing I'm trying to say, when you follow when you consume someone so much, you feel like you know them.
But like, you can't tell me that as a girl, you feel like you know Mihlali.
But they do.
No ways.
I'm telling you.
No ways.
I'm telling you.
They should come at me, dog. I'm ready.
They do. And that's why when...
Because Mihlali doesn't know you.
I get it. Those are the arguments.
Sure.
And when celebrities snap sometimes, they'll say that the exact same thing to say, you guys don't know me. Because then people, what do people do? They speak about all the time to say people pull up in the malls and they say, come, let's take a picture, right?
Yeah.
Without actually going. We spoke about this when you met Umchita at MOA. How did you approach him? You didn't go and say, yo, dog, let's take a picture. You went to him and you spoke to him like a G, and you're like, oh, I know you. I mess with the music. Let's take a picture. He appreciates that. But because you approached him as a human. What do we do as Ama fans when you see celebrities? We snap out, we go to them and we take a picture because we feel like we know them. But we don't know them.
But dog, even with me and you having known each other for so long, I don't just rush up to you and take a picture. That would be like awkward behavior.
But to be honest, if I saw you at MOA, I could feel like I could just clip up. I'm telling you, if I saw you, and listen, if I saw you at MOA and you didn't see me, and I was walking maybe behind you, I feel like I could clip up on you and be like, hey,
okay, fair. But like, just do something.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Because you know me.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's the danger of social media, because people do that to celebrities. Because for them, they know them, and because I know you, I can cross those boundaries.
Like personal space.
Exactly. And people will say, "Dog, I'm his family. This is my kid."
I think then the issue is not like taking pictures, but it's the personal space and personal boundary that people don't understand, right? Because if you know someone, you can, I guess, to a certain extent, go into their personal space, right? Like, you can do funny things and be like, I know. And if you were like off, you can like apologize. You can like, hey, yo, no, I'm sorry, dog, or whatever, you know? So I think the issue is that more than taking like I say, I don't think celebrities mind taking pictures, but I think it's obviously the personal space thing where you can't just pull up and know all of a sudden, because then the personal space is being the boundary, you know what I mean? It's being evaded.
And that's what I'm saying. That's the danger of social media. We feel that proximity with people that are very far from us. And so when you detox from that, it allows you to remind yourself of what's real.
Yep.
We understand?
Yep.
So when you see a X3 or a Lamborghini on the street, I don't look at the Lamborghini and say, yo, why am I not driving a Lamborghini? I look at it and I'm like, oh, I appreciate it's a Lamborghini. Let me move on. I'm driving. You understand?
Continue.
But if I saw Usimpi, when you see someone on social media Ukai driving a Lamborghini, it feels like I'm seeing Usimpiwe driving a Lamborghini. And so it affects me as if it was Usimpiwe driving the Lamborghini. Whereas it's Ukai, someone who's not even in the country, who doesn't even know I exist. Who might never even know that I exist. And so that's why I said being off it and being off the digital world allows you to be in the moment to say, no man, this is what's real. What's real is the fact that I'm driving to work. Oh shoot, there's an X3. Oh, what a nice car. And the perception of the X3 is not a pressure now to say I should be driving an X3. It's like, bro, I'm driving. Someone is walking there. On social media, how many times do you see someone walking? They don't post themselves walking. So it makes you feel like some of the things that are happening there are the standard. You should, at this age,
you should be driving. You should be this.
You should make $1 million. You should make what by the age of 30. Now, when you look at it, like, oh, bro, actually, South Africa is messed up. Oh, shoot, South Africa is actually a beautiful place. You know, yes, what's this thing? What's this? Let's say Greece. Greece, it's nice and beautiful, right? But South Africa is actually quite beautiful, bro. When you're in Cape Town, like, oh, look at the mountains, they're quite beautiful. But because now we're exposed to about Thailand and stuff, suddenly what we have doesn't feel like it's enough. A holiday to Cape Town now is like, dog, you can do better. There's Thailand, bro. You know, because people on social media are at Thailand. In Thailand, sorry, or Base Greece. Whereas it's good in that it shows us, it can be a thing of, it's showing us what is out there in the world, what's possible. You can go to Greece, you can go to a Rome, you can go to the Eiffel Tower. But then on the other side, it can also make you feel like what we have right now is not enough. And so when you remove all of that access to Abo Greece and stuff, and you get to appreciate Joburg for what it is, or Sandton, or home, and the food that you're eating, you're like, I'm full, dog. I'm actually having proper food here. I don't have to be going to the 5-star restaurant.
Yep.
I'm having dinner with the person that I love, or I'm actually having a braai with the people that I care and I appreciate. And so it does for me. It's quite an important thing to, once you off it, you get a sense of what is real. And I think that's what I'm trying to say that's real.
Yes.
The relationship is real. The loves that we have, I mean, you crack up. That's real.
Sure.
Do you laugh when you're social media? Yes, but when you're laughing and you can hit umchita, that's dope, dog.
Yeah, it's a physical connection.
It's a beautiful moment that you're sharing with someone that you love.
But if you're just chilling alone, laughing on TikTok,
and then you go to the next video.
Like
that's not normal, dog.
And
like those hits, those dopamine spikes and drops, they aren't normal. And once you're off the phone, have you ever been on TikTok? You're like laugh, and then your phone goes battery low.
Nah, I've never.
And then now you have to put it away.
Yeah,
my man, the drop is insane. Because now I was laughing 2 seconds ago, but now the phone is dead.
All of a sudden,
and I have to wait for another 20 minutes before I can be on.
I mean, you don't even wait, right? You use it while it's on the charger.
And if you can't, because these phones get hot, you're like, you're sad now, proper sad. You know, and those aren't healthy ways to be. Those aren't healthy ways to be navigating emotions.
Yeah,
you can't be feeling such high highs and such low lows.
Yeah, I guess then that's why we also just have like this huge rise of mental health, because I mean, I think like you're saying, how we get so much nice hormones from social media, like your IG and your whatnot, but when you're off it, you get like a crash that's like so bad, you feel like, damn, what am I doing with my life? And then obviously it's like you say, it's not very normal to like every day you're on a high, until your battery is low, then you're on a low, and then you charge it again. It's like if the body is not used to that. I think it was a similar thing. One of the psychologists was talking about the pornography, and why it's so bad for the mind because of the hormones that it gives you. That like, okay, and as much as you get these nice feeling hormones and you feel good, but you can't be feeling good for 3 hours.
Yeah, Bona, and even to that, to touch on that, I think Jordan spoke about it with young kids these days, right? Okay. That, I mean, pornography has always been there.
Yeah.
But he spoke about something to say, now we're going to go back to touch on that thing that they're real or not.
Yeah.
Where he says, like, I wouldn't want to be a teenager right now, dog. Because being a teenager right now, you go on social media and how many naked or half naked women do you see?
Okay.
A lot.
Yeah.
It's at your preference. You can choose.
Yeah, which one you want.
Which one you want to see, you know? You get there, you see people in bikinis, you see them, you see they breasts and whatnot.
Yeah.
You get exposed to that much, so much input that you might start being desensitized to the idea of having a partner.
Yeah.
Because then you don't know how to choose now.
Yeah.
Because how can you choose one person when you have this much variety that you can have?
Yeah.
Today you can choose, I want to see an Asian lady half naked. Tomorrow I want to see a white one. The other day I want to see a black one.
Yeah.
Okay, this day I want to see a short one.
Yeah.
Then a tall one. So it prevents these kids to even have the ability to make formidable choices make choices when it comes to women or partners, because it's easy access. You know? And back to the pornography thing, to say people now, you're having this hectic spike in dopamine, and your body is who was saying it? Was saying with him, you know, when you watch pornography and then you ejaculate, your body releases good hormones, because procreation is one of the highest forms of what's this? Highest forms of Kington.
Good living.
No, not good living, but like it's success for a human. Like, you know, like when you procreate, the body's like, dog, you just done the most important thing. You know, because, you know, sex is for procreation. So when you ejaculate, it's like you have released a human and you are gonna make a kid. So he thanks you for it, you know?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Whereas you were just sitting behind the screen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not a normal thing to be happening to you, you know. But it's real, but it's not real.
Yeah.
Because nothing actually happened. You were just watching and you masturbated and you ejaculated.
No, but what do you mean nothing happened?
I mean, you didn't actually have a physical interaction with another human being to procreate.
Okay.
But you've tricked the mind to thinking that
so it is
procreate.
real. It is real. No, because I think like you have two types of reels that you're talking about. You see what I mean?
I'm saying the body has been tricked into thinking that what had happened in that moment was a moment of intimacy with a partner, which is what the brain knows.
Yeah.
You know, that when this thing comes out, it's usually you had an intimate moment with the partner.
Yeah.
But actually you didn't have an intimate moment with the partner because you were just alone in a room.
Doing your thing.
Hey,
yo.
Is what I'm saying. But I also want to link the digital, just the impact of the digital, you know, the digital world. Just maybe on the downside of it is the impact it's had on the attention span.
Okay.
It's insane. It's insane.
Well, what do you mean by that? Like, is it a good thing, bad thing?
It's bad, bruh.
Sure.
It's bad. People aren't paying attention to things, man. They can't.
I mean, we see, what is this thing? Driving, what is it called? Driving and texting. No, that's drinking and driving.
Driving and texting is real, though.
Yeah, no, because like I know people that would be from work, get on TikTok, and then drive until they get to their house. Why they're on TikTok? You know? So you can imagine like how crazy that is.
That's insane.
That like, I mean, you work, wherever you work, you know? Yeah. Imagine even like in the morning, I don't know how long you're driving, but let's say 15 minutes. You know, you just on TikTok with one hand and then you're driving with the other hand. You know what I mean? So, and then obviously it takes away attention yako on the road. You know, by the time you get to work, you're not even excited to go to work at that point because you're like, these people are gonna take away my TikTok.
Yeah.
You know? You know, now I need to
sit in traffic.
Now I need to look at my patients. They don't know that I need to go back to TikTok.
I've got a TikTok account ready for me.
So I get you, but I think I also want to. I mean, I have two things, right? I don't know what's the time now. But I have two things. How long have you been going on there?
1 hour 20.
Okay, bad.
But
yeah,
probably less because we started. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so one. Let me see which one should I start with. Okay, yes. So I guess they're the same. They're not. Let's start with this one.
Yes.
If you had a kid now, as a parent, how would you go about social media and the digital age and the digital world?
No social media until they 18, bro.
18?
Yeah, until they're out of school.
Yeah. Why?
For the reasons we've mentioned. I think, for me, I'd focus a lot more. I mean,
do you feel like you would have been a different Usipile if you had no social media until high school?
I am a different person. I didn't have access to social media, bro, for like the longest time.
Okay, and then what was the Facebook? You knew Facebook and WhatsApp and Instagram at Vasit.
Instagram in first year. Facebook. I had a Facebook account from grade 8.
Okay.
But at the time it wasn't the Facebook that we know now.
Yeah.
Right? So it wasn't something that you compulsively wanted to go to. Also, it wasn't an app.
Yeah.
So you had to go to the
website and whatever.
then log in. So it was a lot more difficult to access.
Yeah.
It wasn't as this thing where you click and it's there.
It's there, login saved and everything.
Yeah, it's there. You know, so there was that part. Data wasn't easily accessible.
Yeah, it's crazy expensive.
Yeah, the thing that I had a lot more of was Mixit, but also Mixit was.
Mixit also played with us though.
It did, but Mixit was periodical. It was a thing. When you go to Mixit, you have to commit you on Mixit. You can't just go on and off Mixit. If you're on Mixit, you're on Mixit.
What do you mean?
if you on Mixit, you are staying on Mixit. You've committed. I'm sitting on Mixit.
Yeah, and like you'd be there for hours.
Yes, but I'm saying it wasn't the thing. Like for example, you'd be like if you go on Mixit and there's 2 people that are active, then you could just go off.
Yeah,
and you just put off. Now you have to go do something. Whereas now, like WhatsApp will keep you entertained. You're not talking to nobody, my dog. You're sitting there with those stories.
Even Mixit had things to keep you entertained, though.
Like what?
There were games on Mixit, dog. I'm telling you. Ask people on WhatsApp. They were on Mixit. There were games. There were groups. There was obviously you could chat to individual people, but you could also chat in a group. And in a group, you'd find out there's like thousands and thousands of people. You don't know them, but they're online.
I don't know.
And then you just get in there, you jump into a conversation.
Nah, I didn't have that Mixed. Like I know Multimix. Multimix had to, you start Multimix.
Yeah.
And then someone, I don't know if someone sent you or adds you. I don't know how it used to work, but it wasn't a thing that's there chilling, waiting. So, and when I say WhatsApp, you can go on and off. To go check, refresh, you can go out and go to something, go Instagram and then check, So you're surfing between apps.
Yeah.
Mixit there was, if you log in onto Mixit, you are going to sit.
Yeah, then it tells you to online.
Yeah, then you will sit there maybe for if it's hot, you're like, I'm going to be here for
hey, my 7 p.m.
Yeah,
hey, let's go.
Yeah, you're like, I'm going to be here for the next 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I mean, it rocks you for 2 hours. But when you off, also what was nice about it was, when you off Mixit, you off. You don't, it's not consuming you outside of you being on Mixit.
Yeah.
So once you're out of Mixit, you're not gonna log in again to check 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
You're just gonna be like, okay, now I've had enough Mixit. Let me log off. Okay, what can I do? Let me go watch Generations or whatever.
Yeah. So 8 p.m. You're watching Generations now.
So in that sense, I don't think, for me, when I was in high school, social media wasn't what it is now.
Of course,
it wasn't what it like for me. The interaction with friends and stuff was still quite a big part of my childhood. Social media was used like I said then to maintain. We used to make music, so also release songs. And then see what are people saying and stuff. So it wasn't as intense as it is now. It was still bubbling up. Twitter, I've never been good on Twitter. I think I had an account, but it was just there. Whereas right now it's full blown. You can't not have Facebook. You can't not have Twitter. You can't not have TikTok. You can't not have Instagram. And for me, that's why I say I wouldn't want my kid to be exposed to that.
Okay.
I would obviously expose, like for example, if in an iPhone iMessage, this is how you get hold of me. This is how I get hold of you.
But then don't you think they will get a shock of their life at varsity when they start being exposed to these things?
In terms of what?
Like, I mean, if you have a boy child, I mean, forget a boy child. If you have a girl child, and the first time they're at varsity, they see Instagram, and they're like, oh, I'm here with my whatever, but there's girls that look like this, and they're in my class. Let's say first year, they're in her class, and she sees these girls are like this and they're in my class. This is their Instagram, and my Instagram has like one bad picture. I mean, good picture, because then I'm sure pictures regardless they're gonna be good. Or like a boy child, they get on Twitter or Instagram or like TikTok, and this is what's being said about the boy child, and for them it's their first time seeing all of these opinions about being a boy or about being a man. I mean, first year you listen, I'm a man now, and for them it's like, damn, I didn't know this is how I was supposed to be living. Don't you think that will consume them?
I think you as a parent, it's tough because you never really know, right?
Sure.
You can only do the best that you can. So I'll make an example with Olede. I've said it before. Olede was never really a vocal person about spoke about it about girls and stuff. Never spoke to me about those things. All she said was, stay clear of this. Stop, don't, Amando Mazana, ubumnanda peli, is what she would say, ubumnanda peli. At the time, it never made sense what she was saying. I was in high school, I'm a boy child, hormones are crazy. She was strict. Time to come into the house, his bana's lighting,
Yeah.
as lighting a pendlin, goes let his banner pendlin, you know. And I used to be mad, dog, why is this person trying to be about? I didn't understand.
Yeah.
And now that I look back, I'm like, damn, bro, she saved me because now this is who I am, right? But she was lucky, maybe, or she, you know, her hard work has paid off.
Yeah.
So in the sense of social media and my kid being exposed in varsity, I think it's about the mistake I wouldn't want to make is not shield them from what happens out in the world.
Okay.
So teach them about social media, make them understand what social media is for, but also allow them the opportunity to ground their self-esteem and images on something that is real again.
Outside social media.
That is outside the digital world.
Yeah.
This is what the digital world is for. This is how you use it. This is how you maximize. These are things that you look out for. This is what people are trying to do. Educate them on this thing, but at the same time, don't give them this thing because I'll speak from someone who was once a child as well. You don't.
Who was once a child? Dog, like you just get bored and you never.
I'm saying in the sense that as a kid, you don't know better than you don't know better.
Sure.
You think you do.
Okay.
Like when you are 14, 15, 16, 17, hormones are kicking in.
Yeah.
You think you know it. You know, you drop the voice there. You want to be the man of the house.
Hey,
you think you know best, but you actually don't.
Yeah.
You know, everything that your parents were teaching you, I'll speak for myself, everything my mom was saying and trying to teach me was to ensure that firstly, I'm disciplined enough to know, okay, this is the time I get in the house, this is the time you leave the house.
Yeah.
Also to keep me away from the bad crowds, which is why she never wanted me to go play soccer because the dudes were all over the place.
Yeah.
So she did all of that to protect me from all the different crowds. Then I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Amando Mazana are not the priority. She understood that we can get consumed by women.
Yeah.
Except she never had the deep chat to me to say, Mamlalela, A, B, C, and D.
This is what's up.
So it was a fear-driven thing, but the same thing could be happening with the digital world to say, this is my child, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
This is not what you center your life around.
Yeah.
If you want to make money off social media, then cool. Do you.
Yeah.
However, I don't want you to be getting this affirmations from a digital space that may not be real. However, you can get this from ABC and D alternatives. When they get to university and everything I've taught them has come in and what, there's nothing that I can do about it.
It is what it
At
is.
that point, it's just how they reason and how they get through it. But for me, it's just to make sure the foundation is solid enough that they're not consumed by all the things. I was having a chat with my lady. We were talking about this song Manzinde.
Yeah.
Hey, Manzinde. Yeah. And I was like, I'm cringing when kids are dancing to that song.
Yeah.
It's a very explicit song.
I've never listened to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you listen to the song, look at the cover art.
Oh, I haven't seen it also.
let me show you the cover. Wait.
Oh, I haven't listened. I haven't.
And these are the things that you consume. Consume, but you're not very conscious of.
Yeah.
And so when you start,
hey yo, let's go.
Do you understand?
Sure.
Like this is not something that. Wow, now everyone's gonna go look at the cover, But this is not something that a kid should be consuming.
Yeah.
There's another one. I don't know which one it is. I think it's Ashkarain. What?
Okay.
The dance challenge has a move, a hand gesture.
Yeah.
That does this. Because in the song, that's what they're saying. It's too obviously bafuna.
The thing.
And I'm like, the kids are doing this dance challenge on TikTok. People are loving it because it's cute. Kids are doing it. But what are the kids doing? What are these dances that they're doing? Kids are twerking. What is that?
Yeah.
But it's going to get traction on social media. It's going to get traction on TikTok. And for me, the kid doesn't know better.
Fact.
So they are going to continue and make more of those videos. They're going to see their friends and peers doing those dance challenges and they're going to feel like, I have a FOMO, let me do. Because that's how kids move. They look, they're all trying to follow each other, but all of them, they don't, it's like the blind leading the blind. So for me, I wouldn't. For you?
Yeah, I mean, I think also just same sentiment. Really.
But what?
Same sentiment in the sense, good value. I don't think,
blue ticking, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I think they're going to have a phone, they're gonna have an iPad or whatever. But I think I'm just gonna obviously have those parental guidance and restrictions. I think for me, if anything, it's more because even on social media, you can to a certain extent put limitations in terms of what they can watch, what type of content, what type of websites they can go into and so forth. So you can set those things up. So I think for me, it's probably going to be that. But then obviously allow them to have your Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. But I think just filter the content, be able to filter the content and the websites that they go to, even the time, right? To say, okay, per day, you have 30 minutes of Instagram, or maybe like per day you have 15 minutes of Instagram. Maybe per day you have 30 minutes of YouTube. Maybe per day you have this how much of, and so forth and so forth. So I think if for me, I think my issue is how much time we actually spend. Even the content is an issue, but not so much, because I think content becomes an issue when you're spending so much time. Because I think the first time when you go on whatever app or whatever platform, you go there with kind of good intentions. You go there like, okay, maybe I wanna watch something on YouTube, but 2 hours later, you're obviously not watching something at that point. You know what I mean? So I think same thing with like
still recording.
I'm sure it is. So like same thing with Instagram and whatever. I don't think you go there and like, I just wanna watch whatever I wanna watch. You obviously go there with a good heart, good intention. You're like, okay, let me go see what's happening. But after 10 minutes, you're like, you're just scrolling mindlessly. And like you said, I think it becomes a drag or we become zombies. To it. So I think that for me, that's probably my thing.
A funny story to link to that attention thing that you're speaking about. I spoke about earlier. There was a day, I think recently, when I deleted Instagram.
Yeah.
I went on Instagram to look for something specific. The intention was to go on Instagram, go to the search bar and look for this account. But there's a specific thing I wanted to, I just can't remember what it was. Bro, I tell you not. I went on Instagram. Ne?
Yeah.
I went to the search thing. But then the search thing shows
your history.
Not the history.
When you recommends.
Because you have to go to it goes to the other videos, not your main feed. It's that one where it's just other stuff. And when I clicked it, because you click that thing too so that it can go there. I clicked, I think it's also strategic how they put it there. So I clicked there, my man. I didn't even get to search, but I saw a video by Hamilton. It was after last week's race.
Okay.
I saw a video by Hamilton and something that he was saying. Hey, bro, I went into that video, and almost the video. Right? But man, I think
and you never looked.
I never looked for things, and then I went off.
You're like,
I went off Instagram, and I'm
damn.
Like, man,
I wanted to do something.
I'm like, I actually wanted to go look up something.
You went back.
Bro, I locked the phone, put it in. I'm like, man, I actually went on Instagram to go look for something. Then I went again to go, and that's just so crazy.
That whole so I think that's what happened. You see what I mean?
And now we are full blown adults.
Yeah.
So it's like, how can you trust a kid to at least know? And now kids, I think it would be interesting just to find out from teachers. Teachers, how are the kids' attention span? Also, just amongst us, I noticed it a lot. Seeing someone, I was going through my contract. I was going through it and I'm like, this thing is long. I saw it's like 15 pages.
Yeah.
This thing is long, bro. Like before I was like, this thing is long.
Yeah.
And I started reading. And I'm like, I need to take a break. And then I just minimized and I went on to something else. And I'm like, our attention span can't be this terrible.
Bruh.
And there was something I'd seen.
Because like 15 pages, I mean, like back in the days, people would say per day, read like 10 pages. And you think, man, even for an hour, you're like, 10 pages.
And those are that type of content is still on social media now. People are saying they're trying to get us back to
basics,
reading books. What's the importance of reading a book? Firstly, it's about literacy, not literacy. So it's vocabulary. It improves your vocabulary. Ne? At the same time, it works on your attention span.
Yeah, and it also takes you away. If you're reading a physical book, it takes you away from your phone and whatever, right?
You know, it teaches you how to string to get grammar and stuff. It also teaches you attention in that now you have to read 10 pages, and that requires you to be focused on one thing
and
only,
sit down
for a period
not
of
multitask.
You can't multitask on a book, my man. If you're looking at a book, you are looking at the book and you're reading sentence by sentence, because we also have this habit now of perusing through stuff. Just summary.
Quickly.
But when you're reading a book, you don't do that. You have to read from
word
left
by word.
to right, left to right, word for word. What does this word mean? Go and look it up, and then get lost when you're looking it up. You know, remember, dog, we used to have the dictionary. And those things you needed to have a dictionary back then. You know, and you go through the dictionary, go look for a word. You know. You can't get distracted if you're working with the book. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think when people talk about those 10 pages thing, read 10 pages a day, try to drink water and all the things, it's everything that is good for you mentally. Good for your mind, work on the mind. We've lost all of that now simply because we are consuming and processing so much. And remember, this is a computer. And we're frying it every day.
Yeah, most definitely. Another one, right? I mean, let's say maybe last one is now. There's two questions. The last one now, for someone right now watching, and they trying to like go on a break, go social media, because you've done it for 2 months on WhatsApp, you know, or go on a break or permanently delete. You know, what would you tell that viewer? Because, I mean, it's quite addictive, right? It's quite addictive. Let's say now they want to go on a break from social media or just the digital. I mean, I don't think the digital, you can completely cut yourself out. I think digital footprint there could always be there. You know, so for someone who's like, wants to either take a break or permanently, I think for me, I would say I've permanently deleted Instagram and Facebook, you know. I don't know for how long now. Maybe since Jan or Feb, you know, and I've just been chilling, still the same. I haven't lost anything, you know. What would you say to that person?
Well, I'll say do it. One. Two, things to be aware of though is think it's about know why you want to do it. You know, when they talk about addiction, they say first you have to admit that you have a problem.
Okay.
So the first thing is just to say, okay, I have a problem with TikTok. And not because someone is telling you, but because you actually acknowledge the fact that you have an issue with TikTok. And then from there, it's about setting up your life in a way that, I wouldn't say substitute, but so you delete the thing, ne? Like, okay, I'm off it. I have a problem, you delete it and you're gone. The things that you're going to be feeling are withdrawals. Same as any other drug. You're gonna feel withdrawals with how are people gonna get hold of me? How am I gonna get entertained? But the thing that I found, you know, during that time is the world doesn't fall apart. Like you're saying, when you were off, you've been off Instagram for that long, and you have not lost anything.
Sure.
You know, there's always ways. You always find ways around the things you think were very important. And also the things you thought were very important are actually not that important. They're not that important. Like WhatsApp is central, yes, but the world does go on without WhatsApp. It did go on for me for 2 months. Without WhatsApp. I called my family. I spoke to them a bit more now. So it opens, I would say do it because it opens up more time. Like I said, screen time of 6 hours. You find 3 hours we've been on WhatsApp. What are you doing for 3 hours on WhatsApp, you know? It frees up a lot of your time in the day. So in those time, you're probably gonna start experiencing the loneliness.
Actually, I used to wake up and check WhatsApp.
Now I actually don't have friends. You know? I'm not as busy as I thought it was. So it allows you more time if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for, I think, clarity of mind, then find ways to, you know, jot down or like journal or express those thoughts and those feelings. So other people use social media for expression as a form of expression, pure expression. So you have to find a substitute on how you're going to express, but in a way that is also healthier and also a way that is for you.
Yeah.
But the benefits are crazy, man. The benefits are crazy. Clarity of mind. You get to be a lot more appreciative of the present. Mindfulness. Yes. You are able to, use your brain. You are freeing up a lot of space in your brain.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a computer. So when you have 10 tabs, your computer slows down.
Yeah.
In how you process RAM. Your memory, how you know. But if you kill and remove all those tabs and just have one tab open at a time, it allows you to process information better.
Yeah, and think faster.
And more effectively. You are more effective in your tasks. I'd say try it out, bro. Like, just try it out for a week.
Sure.
Try it out for a week. Be off WhatsApp.
I mean, I think not even a week, right? Like, try it out for Saturday and Sunday. You know what I mean?
For the weekend.
For the weekend.
Yeah, because that's the most time we like.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you can.
You're not distracted.
Yeah.
It's just
like,
you and you.
If you can say, okay, Friday, it's my last day. Saturday, Sunday, I want to just stay off social media. I want to be more present. I want to go to a park. I want to go hike.
Yeah.
I want to go outside. Because, like, sometimes that's another thing that actually gets me. Like, hey, the whole day I haven't been outside.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, the whole day you have, like, maybe from here I get into my car, I get into whatever, I come back, I get it,
you consume, and a way to also, because sometimes going cold turkey is not easy, right? So something I've done now for myself on WhatsApp specific, because I'm off TikTok and Instagram, which is tough because now content for this thing, right? And I say this just in closing as the last thing. Another thing we go do on social media is we go on social media or on the whatever as a in disguise that we are there to work. So I go there to be like, I want to see what other podcasters, how are they releasing or their content.
Okay.
Then I get consumed by everything else. So now I'm off Instagram. It's tough. It's gonna be tough for us because now I don't have that platform to push the podcast. But I'm also just like, I want to see how far we can actually go without those things. I mean, it's probably not a great idea, but I want to see how far we can actually go, because now you're going to have to speak to people to say, yo, I've got a podcast. Please go watch my podcast.
Please tune in, and whatever.
Like in physically or on your WhatsApp or whatever, instead of putting a video out there and expecting to get lucky with the links.
Algorithm,
which is probably not a great thing. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. What I've done for myself on WhatsApp is I've put limits.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so the phone, you can go to screen time and then go to the different apps and then I've put for WhatsApp 1 hour. For Instagram, before I deleted it was 15 minutes in a day. Yeah, bro. Instagram and LinkedIn was 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So it said, yeah. So if I do 8 minutes on LinkedIn, I've charged 8 minutes for Instagram, yeah, bro. And it's great what it does, because it shows you the limit, ne? And it says 1 more minute. Then it says ignore for the next 15 minutes. And it says ignore for the day. What it does, or what I've found for myself, even if I'll say ignore for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I'll go try to look up something. And then I go off. When I come back again, I feel bad. Clicking that ignore. I'm like, yo, this is the third time I'm saying ignore.
It's like a snooze button, I guess.
Exactly. I'm like, it's the third time I'm saying ignore. And I think that conflict is good, because it makes me feel like, dog, there's something wrong here.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess it also makes you look for a reason as to why you need this thing.
Yeah.
Like if you're busy on like ignore on Instagram, like, okay, why am I actually going in there? What's there for me?
So now there's a layer of protection between you and that thing.
And not just tapping and already boom.
You are there.
There. Yo, let's close. Hey, yo. Getting out of hand right now.
My suggestion would be, it's good to put those barriers in place. I think for me, the closest one that you can, if you don't want to go cold turkey, because if you still need WhatsApp, then just put a limit to say 1 hour, and now that you have 1 hour that you can't waste.
Yeah.
You can't just be there scrolling through things. And things it will tell you, you have 10 minutes, you have 5 more minutes left. And when that happens, you're like, yo, but I need to call. Yeah.
And I mean, I think I want to try it also just for myself, right? I like it also because, I mean, by the end of the day, if you've achieved that 1 hour, you feel good about yourself, you know? Like, damn, I'm actually like a human being. I've achieved something in my life, you know? So I think I also want to try it out and see, like, but I'm not going to start with 1 hour, maybe like 1 hour 30, 1 hour 40, then try to like push it down, you know? But I think also another thing in closing, right, is maybe even trying to like shift the finding replacements. You know, to say, okay, instead of spending 2 hours on spending 2 hours on what is this? WhatsApp, maybe let me spend, like you were saying, let me spend 1 hour on WhatsApp and 1 hour on LinkedIn. You know what I mean? Maybe on LinkedIn you get something positive, or like something that's gonna, like a job or a connection that's gonna, you know, or if you say, okay, let me spend, instead of 2 hours on WhatsApp, let me spend 1 hour on WhatsApp, 1 hour on Udemy. You know, then, so I think even that, maybe it's for me, I'll probably try it that way to say, okay, of this time, let me take out 40 minutes, let me push it into something else that's good. Then I'll reward myself with WhatsApp. You know, so I want to like maybe try it like that and see how it goes.
You let me know how it goes.
Facts.
But yeah, man, anything else?
Nah. That was my closing. That was my closing.
Man, I appreciate it. To everybody else, look, listen, digital detox. Digital detox. I think it's healthy for everyone, but also more than anything, realize that social media ain't in a real place.
Yes, sir.
Until the next time, we'll check you.
Dog.